Alright, welcome back to the channel. Let's see what comes out for us in this reading. I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope the reading resonates with someone out there. And if it do, can you please hit that thumbs up button? Alright, let's see what we got. Integration. So I feel like something is being integrated at this time. You could be integrating something that you have learned. A family could be integrating. Two skills could be integrating. I also get like this conjoining. Like this coming together is making one being. Like even though they're two different things, you actually see them as one. Like this is a swan, this is an eagle, but both are birds. The swan, kind of sits on the lake. And it's not really like up high. It's kind of low. The eagle, I'm gonna add to that. But the eagle sits more high in the sky towards the sun. And so like this being is just the other half, the opposite half of both, and them being one. I hope that makes sense. And then we got this snake at the bottom trying to eat itself, which is just making a circle. The yin and yang, opposites, but one of the same. So there's a lot of symbolism going on here. Like the conjoining of light and dark. It also could be like revealing the purpose of something that could be depicted or perceived as a negative and one that can be perceived as good. And revealing that it just is. So let's see what comes out. This also could be like the integration of two ideas to make a new idea, or two people coming together to make one. So I'm using my Royal Tarot deck, and so the first card we have out is the Lovers. So this is also an integration. This speaks about a bond guided by a higher purpose, a divine level connection, a harmonious and blessed partnership. So it could speak about a relationship or somebody getting married. So if you are getting married, congratulations. You could have be being married to an actual person. You could have gotten engaged. You could actually be in love with your job or what you do. So yeah. And it's guided by a higher purpose. So it's not just something like, oh my God, I love you, and it doesn't have like a significant purpose to it. And it's not just physical also, is what I'm seeing. It's not just a physical thing. It's like physical, emotional, spiritual. And it's harmonious. It's an act, it's a blessing. And then for them to be in this space of getting married, I also feel like there had to be a journey that only them two went on. This also speaks of, I've talked about this in the past, like how, like when you're in a relationship with somebody, he sees something in her that is a reflection of him, but the feminine version, and she sees something in him that is a reflection of her, but the masculine version, which ultimately they are just the same being coming together. Like when you're in a union or in a relationship with somebody, you're ultimately reflecting them, and you may show your partner skills, talents, and abilities that they don't or have not quite yet mastered, or they don't realize that they have, and they may mirror to you the same. So that's what I see with that. So let's see what's happening behind the scenes, or what could have been uh, the reason for the integration, or what did they uh, experience that caused the integration. So we have the Three of Swords: heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal. His pleas can't fix shit. So in the past, this may speak of um, something that she may have had to go through. She may have experienced in the past, like a relationship with a guy that wasn't shit, and all he did was like, please, oh baby, baby, I'm sorry, oh, I won't never do it again, I'm sorry that I did that, blah blah blah. And she probably just got tired of it. Or, you know, the guy, take it how it applies, the guy realized that she just got tired of his pleas. She got tired of the I'm sorries. She got tired of the heartbreak, the betrayal. She got tired of the emotional feeling of sorrow, you know. And then ultimately, she may have to start acting in the ways in which he didn't realize that he was treating her. And so you may have to integrate these perspectives in your union, or just in life in general. You know, because he then becomes the one that's like chasing behind her, because she started standing up for herself, and she started setting boundaries, when in actuality he has been like probably showing up in this way towards her. Like she probably was like begging him to spend time, begging and pleading. She felt betrayed because he hasn't been spending as much time with her. And then so now she started putting more work into herself. And then that started him being like begging for attention, or begging because, take it how it applies. I don't want to go too deep into that, but you know, the complexities of relationships and how we relate to one another, and the integration of both sides that make it one whole big picture, or make it one whole experience, and how we're both co-creating reality. Let's see what's good about this though, because in order for you to actually truly really love somebody, I feel like sometimes you do experience like that Three of Swords energy, that heartbreak, that sorrow, because how else will you understand love? And not just love, like that's a path in which we have to go through in order to be able to reach that point of agape love, or unconditional love for one another. Not just our partners that we choose, but our families, our friends, you know, just people out there in the world, our neighbors, all that kind of stuff. So what's good about this? All right. So good about it is The Wheel of Fortune. Look, fate, karma. Look, fate, karma. It also says, you in or you out. This can change everything. So they took that leap. They chose to integrate with each other. That's her either giving him some sort of contract. Like, this is talking about like how they got to the lovers, how they started integrating themselves, the path towards finding true love, and what love means, not just like love in general, but like what it takes to operate in this particular space. So it says, are you in or you out? This can change anything. Like, if he was to say no, like, it could also be them, can be, this also could be them, him handing her a prenup, him and her going through a divorce or whatever. So it talks of like the many stages, the wheel of fortune, of this commitment, of this type of agreements that we make with one another, and the integration that is life, in the exchanging of energy. And what is fate? What is luck? What is karma? And how is that integrated into the experience? So what is on the low vibrational end? Alright. Low vibrational end. 5 of Cups. Loss, regret, disappointment. Mourning what's lost. So like when you get to a space and you choose what you want to leave behind. Again, like I said, like you go into that, like this is how you show up. You in love, y'all get married, whatever. Then there is the 3 of Swords. All throughout their union. Say y'all are married or just like dating. You're like just dating this person and you start to learn them. And then like there's stuff that you don't want to put up with. And so y'all give each other this contract. You set your boundaries. You say what you will and won't put up with. And then once they say they're going to agree to the particular terms or not, or whether y'all sever tides, and you become like you decide to let it go and you walk away, then you move into the 5 of Cups. Like you feel like you lost something. You feel disappointed. And then you have to mourn what is lost. Like him walking away in the bed, like walking away. And her like just crying. Because she thought that she found somebody that she actually really loved. But in actuality, it's like you're integrating these lessons into what it is that's going to grow you into somebody that's ultimately you're probably going to love yourself more. You're going to understand what you want and what you don't want. You're going to be able to set stronger boundaries. Or it could just be a part of, again, like I said, a part of the journey. Like you might walk away and feel like you're losing something, but in actuality, you're like, I'm losing this particular part of me dealing with you in this way. Like what led up to the point of them being in this relationship? Like how you get from here to this? How you start off like this, and then now you outside in the rain crying? Because it was all good. It was all love at first. And maybe this person was just like, just always cheating, always doing some shit behind her back or disrespecting her or whatever. Let's see. What's the results after this? After she felt like she lost something, she disappointed. How did she move on from here? What's the results of walking away? Yeah, you become strong. Knight of Swords, intense, ambitious, blunt. Her focus is the strike, not the smile behind her. So I'm feeling like she's just walking away and she's like becoming strong. She show up different in the world. And this may even like for her to lead, she might turn cold. Like she might not once, like how in the beginning she was like, happy to stand by his side. Happy to be seen with him. They felt like this was a divine union. They felt harmonious and they had a blessed partnership. But things started turning sour. And so y'all got to a point to where you said you want a divorce. You want to let it go. And you walked away. What's at the bottom of the deck? Temperance. As balance, moderation, harmony. Two worlds in perfect harmony. So I feel like in the end, like this may have been like how you got to this point to finally finding love that you feel like you can integrate in something. I feel like behind the scenes you experienced this particular heartbreak that led you to ultimately finding someone that allows you to feel like that you can connect with them and they can be in their world and you can be in your own world. Two worlds in harmony. Like how y'all can just be sitting and with each other in line at the movies, getting your drinks and your popcorn and your chips at the concession stand. You're patient with where you are and how life has um how life has been and what you've experienced. So this is ultimately what I see. There's this story where no one knows the journey in which both parties had to experience. There has been like heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal between both parties. Take how it applies. Like a guy may have dealt with a girl that was too harsh with him in the past, and the girl may have dealt with this guy who was always cheating, not spending enough time with her, and then it leads to either you severing ties and walking away, or making a commitment. And so when you either make a commitment with your partner to decide that you're in, then you ultimately are in this space of, I'm okay with this. I can live in this space where we're a part of the same world. I'm in my own world, you in your own world, and we can live in harmony with one another. And so, like, in her feeling like she had to lose something in the past from walking away from a guy that had broken her heart, I feel like that was the best decision, because now she got a chance to be with somebody that is actually a harmonious, blessed partnership. So I feel like that's what we're integrating. Learning that the path towards this union, this marriage, agape love, unconditional love, it's actually really like a tumultuous one. We go through heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal. We have to learn our boundaries, what we will put up with and what we won't put up with. And sometimes some people don't adhere to those boundaries. And we might feel like we're losing something. And then we start being sad about it. And we'll have to mourn it. But sometimes some people ain't even worth us mourning. And then once you learn that, you learn to hold your head high and walk away. Because I feel like they smile in your face all the time. They just want to take your energy. They want to take your pride. They want to take your courage. They want to take your joy, your happiness. And when you start to realize and identify that in people that you relate to, whether you're in a relationship with them or not, you allow yourself to be able to be ambitious and blunt about what it is that you want to experience. And it might come off, you might come off with this energy of intensity, but you're focused. Like, she's not paying no attention to him back there. She's focused on what it is that she wants. She's focused on, I want this kind of love. I don't want to be experiencing this. I've had that in the past. And that didn't feel good. I didn't enjoy that. I don't want to be out in the fucking rain crying. And you think that shit cute. Whether it was her feeling like I'm finna walk away, and him chasing behind her, or her actually walking away and then him like being in the rain, walking away, going in a different direction too. And her remembering that hurt, that pain, and having pride in yourself to where you get to a place to where you can be like, no, no more. These are my boundaries. Either you in or you out. Or either whether it's a girl or a guy. A guy saying, this is my boundaries. This is what I'm going to put up with. This is what you going to get. I've thought this far ahead. If we get to a place and we get married and then things don't work out, this is what I will give you. This is what I won't give you. This is what you should expect. Just having this sort of mutual understanding, this agreement between one another, making a pact. So yeah, I don't know if that made sense to anybody, because I'm really just like channeling. I'm going out. I'm not like thinking too much about it. Let's see. Let's get an affirmation card to close it out. I think I'm gonna call this one like integrating the dark side to finding your true love. So it says, my career is one of creating a joyful life experience. So I feel like instead of thinking like, because this is not about like money or whatever, this is about loving yourself, the mindset behind it, not being so much of in a state of emotional roller coaster, and like letting your emotions take over, but finding the love that you truly seek and that you can be okay with. And that has been your focus, how to integrate that. So they say, if your dominant intent is to feel joy while you are doing the work, your triad of attentions, freedom, growth, and joy will come quickly and easily into alignment. See your partnership as one of creating a joyful life experience. You are not a creator of things or a regurgitator of what someone else has created or a gatherer of stuff. You are a creator, and the subject of your creation is your joyful life experience. This is your mission. This is your quest. This is why you are here. So you're not just like in the relationship to take the trips. You're not just in the relationship to get the house, get the cars, have the babies, and the animals and the cats and the dogs and the posts on the internet and have everybody look at me, look at me. You're looking like you are in this union, in this relationship, integrating with one another because you truly actually really want to. It is not just about the external world looking in and being like, oh my God, they look so good together. Oh my God, look at them with the babies. Oh my God, look at their house. Oh my God, did you see her dress? Oh my God, look at her jewelry. Oh my God, what kind of bundles she got in her head? Oh my God, what kind of cake they had? How much they wedding cost? All that kind of shit. That's superficial shit. Like, you don't know the mindset that it took. You don't understand, like, the nights that look like this, or the days that they experienced these type of things, or the fact that they had to experience this type of relationships before they got to this type of relationship. And then the point in where you had to learn how to walk away from things that, oh, just because they smiling and they look good, they don't mean that they actually really was serving me, that they was actually really good for me, and being focused on what it is that you actually really want, and not choosing somebody that was gonna have you looking like this, out in the rain, crying, looking sad and dusty. You set your boundaries. And you said, this is what I'm going to put up with, and this is what I'm not going to put up with. Are you in or are you out? Is you in or is you out? So, yeah. That's what I get for us today. Or in this reading. If the reading resonated with you, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see y'all in the next one.